Hi everyone, it's Chenso from Reality Art Pod here to talk about Week 6's Wednesday Power of Veto episode of Big Brother 27. Last time on Big Brother, Rachel evaded the BB slasher, becoming HOH for the week, and she nominated her enemies, Mickey, Morgan, and Vince. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to my playlist to catch up on my recaps. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing, and you could use my link to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it. Rachel's just nominated Mickey, Morgan, and Vince. Vince saw it coming. Morgan is vexed that she's on the block with her best friends. Mickey says she smells like genuineness and Rachel smells like fakeness, so the rest of the players are allegedly flocking to her to sniff her genuineness. After the ceremony, Kelly hugs Mickey, telling her welcome to the party of being on the block, which instantly pisses Mickey off. Mickey tells Will, Ashley, and Ava that she prayed for Rachel to win HOH this week. Ava tells us that Mickey is lying and cray-cray because she was targeting Rachel, not praying for her. Mickey tells them that Rachel is nasty, manipulative, and conniving just like she was 15 years ago, and that 2 kids and a husband doesn't make her a good person. Ouch. Ashley sees that Mickey was being a dictator the last few weeks, but still doesn't want Mickey to go home this week. Morgan owns up to Rachel that she would have nominated Rachel had she won HOH, but says at least Rachel wouldn't have been a target. She says this to make Rachel feel better, but it makes Rachel feel even better about nominating Morgan. Rachel and Keanu affirm their alliance. Keanu is happy not to be on the block this week. Kelly's also happy to be safe and feels like she could cautiously work with Rachel, and Lauren is scared that she'll be Rachel's consideration for the replacement nominee. Morgan's new strategy is to dress like Vince and bore Will to death. Will says he's just zoning out, but the players tell him everything and nothing. When they talk, he just daydreams of he and his chocolate drop counting his Big Brother winnings on vacation. Ashley's trying to get Rachel and Mickey to make up because her allies fighting is bad for her game. Ashley tries to defend Mickey to Rachel, which makes Rachel feel like Ashley is more loyal to Mickey than her, and Ashley realizes she has a whole wedding train of toilet paper cascading from her booty, which tickles Rachel. On the couch, Catherine and Riley declare themselves a thing, but Catherine tells Riley she wants to move slower. This makes Riley butthurt, and he professes his eternal loyalty to her. Catherine tells us she wishes that she could be vulnerable like Riley. They kiss and cry. Gross. Rachel and Mickey meet. Mickey tells us she's gonna tell Rachel she never would have nominated her. Mickey would have nominated Rachel, but it seems like she's successfully convinced herself otherwise. Mickey tells Rachel that she wants Rachel in the game. By the end of this conversation, Rachel's even considering saving Mickey with the veto, but Mickey tells us she will be getting her revenge on Rachel. A montage of Rachel coaching Keanu on how to play the game and not be delusional. They call their alliance the Frenemies. She's got her frenemy wanting to take her to Final 2. Vince asks Lauren if she wants to play in the veto. As usual, she's indecisive. Vince tells Lauren that she should want to win at least to save herself for the week as she stares at him catatonically. They pick players for the veto competition with Will and Lauren getting drawn to compete against Rachel and her nominees. Now Lauren has woken up and is acting alive, saying she wants to win it in the diary room. They head to the veto comp. They're playing Otev, who is a pig that's also in the mafia, along with his little lackey. Their names are Hogfather and Lil Stinky. They have to help the Hogfather to find a rat. In each round, they have to find the rat with an evicted house guest's name on it, bring it back to the Hogfather. In every round, the slowest or incorrect players are eliminated. The Hogfather threatens them to work hard by pouring cement on their heads. They're searching for the rats, crawling through the sticky goop. In the first round, Will has the wrong answer and is eliminated from the game. Vince is eliminated in round 2, as Mickey tries to tell Lauren to stop trying and let someone who's really going to use it win the veto. In round 3, the Hogfather and Lil Stinky are getting very impatient. Lauren is the only one to get this question right, eliminating Rachel, Mickey, and Morgan, winning the veto, and yet another big decision to make. Rachel does not want this veto to be used. She's interrupting Lauren's conversations with the nominees to make sure nothing changes. Vince tells Lauren, "Save me because I'm your final 2," which is a very rational argument. She's considering saving him, but she tells Rachel that she's leaning toward not using it. So Rachel tells Lauren she'll support whatever decision she makes, but Rachel does tell her she'd prefer her not to use it. Morgan's campaign to Lauren is spilling the beans about Zach's power, telling her that Zach sacrificed his game to protect the 2 of them, and saving Morgan would be Zach's legacy. Lauren doesn't even know if she believes the Zach power story and cracks up in the diary room about this. With a shady cutaway from this conversation to Mickey drinking the juice and putting it back in the fridge, Lauren gives Rachel a heads up that she's leaning toward using the veto now, and Rachel's very unhappy, encouraging Lauren to reconsider. Later, Rachel walks in on Lauren, Morgan, and Vince strategizing in the storage room and tells Lauren she's a big girl who doesn't need to be told what to do. When Lauren leaves, Rachel says, "Real classy guys," to Morgan and Vince, accusing them of manipulating Lauren and pushing her around. Morgan says Rachel's projecting, and Morgan's kind of right. Rachel tells Ashley that if the veto's used, Rachel's gonna blow the house up. Right before the veto meeting, Lauren tells Rachel that she's gonna use the veto. Rachel basically threatens Lauren, saying if she uses the veto, then Rachel may or may not nominate someone Lauren really doesn't want her to. Lauren is terrified, running back to her allies, who tell her that Rachel's trying to scare her into not using using it. It really doesn't help that Rachel is dressed like the Scarlet Witch, haunting the house looking for Lauren. Lauren gives Rachel her final answer. She's gonna use it. And Rachel is staring into Lauren's soul. Lauren thinks that Rachel is bluffing, telling her that Riley will be the nominee, and they head to the veto meeting where Lauren does use the veto to save Vince. Rachel is pissed. She calls this a turning point in the game, and she tells Riley to take a seat. The house is shook. Riley is irate. And we have Mickey, Morgan, and Riley on the block heading into Thursday's live eviction. Personally, I love these nominations. My fourth least favorite player was taken off the block, and my three least favorite players are on the block. This doesn't happen. I want Riley gone. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's what I want. But let me know in the comments. What did you think of Lauren winning the veto and Riley getting put on the block? If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back tomorrow night with my Thursday night eviction recap and my week 6 player rankings. Until next time, you know where to find me. Bye.